With thousands cheering him on and respect given from both the dugouts of the Washington Nationals and the Red Sox, giving him his standing ovation, Ryan Zimmerman took what could be his final bow. Yes, his final bow as a Washington National, as a player in baseball, as the Washington Nationals ended their season playing at home against the Boston Red Sox, which could mark the end of Ryan Zimmerman's career. And for those of you who don't know who Ryan Zimmerman is, he was the first overall draft pick ever in 2005 when the Washington Nationals actually relocated to Washington. So he's the original Mr. National. He's played in over 1,700 games for this team. That's a team record. 284 home runs, 1,846 hits, 1,061 RBIs. All of those team records. He is a two-time All-Star to go along with that, has a few gold gloves. Ryan Zimmerman is Mr. National. He is fitting of that nickname. He is fitting of that title, and he will forever be Mr. National. He wasn't the greatest. He wasn't the best player in the history of this franchise. Let's be honest here. He wasn't as good. He was never as good as Bryce Harper, but what he meant to the team was worth 10. Yes, 10 Bryce Harpers, 10 Steven Strasburgs, and yes, 10 any other player. Insert them here. I'm talking to you, Max Scherzer. But the reason he was worth so much was because he was the heart and soul of this team. He was there since the beginning. Fans knew him. Fans loved him, and he was always consistent. Even when he was having a down year, even when the Nationals were having a down year, there was only so low that Ryan Zimmerman could go. He was very consistent, and when he was very good, he was very good, and one of the reasons this team was winning. And, and on a personal note, man, Ryan Zimmerman is the reason I love baseball. I love baseball because of Ryan Zimmerman. Because I wasn't someone who grew up a huge baseball fan in a family that watched baseball. No, I kind of like residually would watch, and then I saw the Nationals, and I saw that they were coming to DC, and I liked the color schemes, and I saw Ryan Zimmerman hit a home run, and ever since then I was hooked. And Ryan Zimmerman, to me, is not only Mr. National, he is Mr. Baseball. That's how much he means to me. I'm literally wearing a Zimmerman jersey right now as I'm doing the show, as I do a lot when I would do this show, and just to see him and what could be his final at bat, his final appearance for the Nationals, it was emotional. It was emotional to everyone in DC, especially considering we were so close to that World Series win that we never got to celebrate properly. But it's okay because Mr. National, Ryan Zimmerman, was there. And during that World Series run, that last pitch obviously is going to live down as one of the best plays in DC sports. But for a lot of people in the district, seeing Ryan Zimmerman hit that home run in, I believe, Game 2 of the World Series was one of the happy and euphoric moments in DC sports, at least in my time, because it was a culmination of things. Ryan Zimmerman had been there since the beginning. He'd been on very good teams. He'd been on very bad teams. And to see that all culminate in him hitting a home run in the World Series was one of the most beautiful things, honestly, that a lot of DC fans had ever seen. He is someone who everyone will always behold as a legend in DC. He is Mr. National. He might as well be Mr. District. And I'll tell you one thing: that man is never paying for food, for drinks, whatever, ever in the district. You can bet on that because he is literally that respected. Zim, we love you. We always remember you. Thank you so much for the memories. Happy trails, Ryan Zimmerman. Thank you. It's weird to talk about because he's someone also you always thought would be there. You always thought no matter what, Ryan Zimmerman's going to be a National, and then you're seeing him getting up in age, and he didn't play last year because of COVID. You thought, have we seen the last of him? And and then over the season, DC fans, like, no matter how bad we were good for a little bit, and then we fell off. But Ryan Zimmerman was there, and getting to see him take that final bow, even because we lost, because we couldn't get a win for Mr. National. But But seeing that was still beautiful, and I was so glad to see that both teams, the Red Sox and the Nationals, gave their respect, because that's how respected Ryan Zimmerman is. He is people love him. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.